This is the most underrated credit union that a lot of people don't like to talk about. So people have been asking me to make these videos about Penfed, okay? I'm a huge fan of Penfed. I am a member, of course, okay? So I'm gonna break it down into each sector so we can cover all the different aspects of Penfed so you can kind of get a better grasp and a better idea. And the number one part about this entire video is gonna be that anybody can join Penfed. That's the great part about it. So it is like the number 2 or 3 largest credit union in the United States. So let's get into it. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna be in this little bubble down here, okay, in case anybody doesn't see me. All right, I wonder what it looks like on mobile. But anyways, so we are gonna cover Penfed Credit Union because everybody wants to talk about Penfed. Now listen, Penfed is like the number 2 or number 3 credit union in the nation. It is one of the largest. The thing that I love about the most is anybody can join. So as you can see on the screen, membership in 3 easy steps. That's it. Good news, Penfed membership is open to everyone, including you, okay? Provide your info, enter your name, phone number, email, address to get started. Open an account. Now, open your savings account with just a $5 initial deposit and you're a Penfed member. That means you do not have to have a checking account. So you can just open up a savings with $5 and you're done. I would tell you right now that's a bad idea. You want to open up a checking and a savings. Now, the general rule for any credit union you're going to build a relationship with is checking and savings, and you want to have at least $1,500 in your checking and $1,500 in your savings. That's general. If you don't have that, build up to that, okay? You got to start at the bottom. This is about your financial future, so you want to make sure that you're building it properly. Now, this is another thing that you need to understand. This is why your names and addresses matter on your credit report. Your driver's license needs to be updated properly, okay? And your address needs to match on your credit report what's on your driver's license. Because Penfed is one of these banks, if it doesn't match up, they may ask you to verify your identity with uploading a picture of your driver's license and a picture of a utility bill. Okay, so make sure that your address is in point on your credit report and it matches your driver's license. People always don't do this and it drives me crazy because they're like, oh my God, they're asking for proof. What did you think was gonna happen? All right, so that's step number 1. We're gonna set up our checking and our savings. Now you want to do a direct deposit or weekly payments going into your account, okay? Some people don't have the opportunity to do direct deposit. That is a big thing. It's gonna help you, but if you can't do it, just do your weekly deposits, okay? Now listen, I'm going to tell you something that nobody else talks about. Penfed has a horrible, archaic app. It's not the best app in the world, okay? People are going to complain about it, but it does work. I am a member. I don't have any issues. People have complained about it, so I just want to transfer that so you know that. It's not the best app in the world, okay? But it totally works, and the customer service is great. Everybody's super helpful on the phone, so if you have any questions or need anything, you can always call Penfed and they're always going to be there for you. All right, so now you set up your checking and savings, you understand about your direct deposit, and you also understand about, if you don't have direct deposit, just do your regular weekly or bi-weekly or monthly check deposits, okay? Now, the next step is to do a secured loan. Now, I'm on the page for loans, as you can see. Unfortunately, there's nothing about the secured loans on their site. So you have to call Penfed and initiate a secured loan. This is standard in order for you to build this relationship up. If you don't do this, you're not going to qualify for those high limit credit cards that you really want. Now, rule number 1, Penfed has rules and regulations that are different from, let's say, Navy Federal, okay? You have to be able to make at least a minimum $20 monthly payment on your secured loan. So whatever play you run, you have to calculate that if you're going to do a 2-year term, you have to do it where it's $20 per month for 2 years, okay? This is something that nobody ever talks about. This is the thing that's different with Penfed compared to everyone else. The minimum monthly payment for your secured loan can only be no less than $20 a month. Now, when you do your secured loan, let's say hypothetically you're going to do $1,000. That secured loan will go into your actual checking account. It's either checking or savings, I can't remember. But it has to stay in there for 30 days before you can turn it into a loan, okay? So just remember that. Now, after it becomes active, then you can call Penfed. You're going to call them to actually initiate the secured loan. You're going to call them. You're going to say, I want to do the $1,000. Okay, they're going to initiate the loan. Make sure that they do not put it on auto payment because you don't want the loan to pay itself off too soon, okay? Once the loan becomes active, which is usually about 7 to 10 days, then you're going to pay off 80 to 90% of the loan, okay? You're going to put the remaining amount on auto payment. So remember, you had to calculate that the minimum amount that you can make is $20 a month. So you had to have that calculated for the 2 years. I would highly suggest that you do not do a secured loan that is less than 2 years because you're opening up a new account, which is going to reduce your average age of credit, okay? And then you're going to close an account. So you want it to at least stay open for those 2 years so you can get those 24 months of positive payment history. Make sure that you do this when you are setting up your secured loan with Penfed, okay? These 3 steps are going to be really important for your success. After you do this, you can apply for anything after 91 days, but I would highly suggest that you wait at least 6 to 8 months. The longer you wait, the higher the chance of approval of a higher limit credit card. That's the name of the game of doing business with these major credit unions, a higher limit credit card, higher limits to other loans and other products. So the longer you wait, the better it's going to be. It's going to be better for you, and you're going to get that opportunity to get something better. All right, so everyone wants to talk about the credit cards. So let's talk about the credit cards. Now we're on their site. Now, the reason why I love Penfed is because, well, it's honestly the majority of credit unions have what we call forever cards. That's what we call them in the credit game. A forever card is a card that you can have in your wallet forever because it has no annual fee. Some other credit cards that have annual fees, we only keep them in our wallets temporarily so we can stack points. But with credit unions, a lot of their cards are no annual fee. So we have 3 credit cards with no annual fee. So the Gold Visa, the Power Cash Rewards, and the Platinum Rewards. The Pathfinder does have a $95 annual fee. Let me go click on it so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go see real quick. All right, so this is very interesting. Now, the annual fee is $95, but it's waived for existing Penfed Honors Advantage members. Now, in order to be one of those members, you have to be active duty or a retired veteran of any type of armed forces, okay? So just so you know, that's exactly how it works if you can become a Penfed Honors Advantage member. So if you served, then guess what? You don't have to pay an annual fee for this credit card if you get it, which is great. Now, one of the things that people don't know about Penfed credit cards, they do cap out at $80,000, okay? I've never met anybody that has an $80,000 one. I have met people that had a $50,000 one. So they do cap out at $50K from what I know from the person that has one, but there's word on the streets that they go all the way up to $80K. I haven't met anybody yet, so it could be capped. I'm not 100% sure. I have never been able to prove that data point, okay? Now, here's what's great. The Gold Visa card is a great entry-level credit card with them. If your credit score is not that great or excellent, go for the Gold Visa. Get your foot in the door. Start off with a low balance. A low limit, and then work your way up, okay? This one comes with a 0% introductory balance transfer APR, okay? Now, here's another little insider about these credit cards. There is no cash transaction fees. So that means, now listen, do this responsibly if you're going to do it, but what it means is there is no fee to liquidate this credit card, okay? That's very important to understand that. This is one of the very few companies that lets you do this. What does that mean? You can do a full cash withdrawal, whatever you want. Now, if you have a 0% APR, you can hold on to that cash and pay it back over the 15 months at 0%. It doesn't matter. So you can do cash withdrawals at no additional fee. That's pretty crazy, right? A lot of people don't know that. Let's see if it says it in the card agreement. Let's see. Cash, there it is. Cash advance fee, none. That's crazy, right? So you can literally liquidate this credit card and get what you need out of it. So just remember that applies to all Penfed. I don't recommend it. It's very risky, but some people may need to do that. They may want to do it for their business, whatever reason. You may want to pay off some other credit card with this credit card, liquidate it, pay that credit card off. Then you don't have to transfer it if you don't want to. But this does offer a balance transfer also. Let's check out the other ones. I have the Power Cash Rewards. I just use it for the 2% cash back on all purchases, okay? And then 1.5% cash back on all other purchases. Let's check that out real quick. This is kind of confusing. So, all right. So there's no caps, no limits, no gimmicks, okay? So 2% cash back on all purchases for Penfed Honors Advantage members. That's the clarity we needed right there, okay? 1.5% cash back on all purchases made with your card. $100 bonus offer statement credit when you spend $1,500 in 90 days. And then the 0% introductory balance transfer APR for 12 months. 3% fees applies to each transaction. So that means when you transfer it, there's going to be a 3% fee when you do a balance transfer, okay? So this is why people want and need Penfed credit cards, because they're just awesome. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time we drop new content, you're going to hear about it first. Now, if you got anything you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments, drop some emojis so we can get some people to watch this video. The more comments we get, the more it gets pushed out to more people. So if you have anything specific, always remember, drop it in the comments. Tell me something that you want me to talk about, whether it be credit cards, banks, credit unions, credit repair, whatever it is. We're going to cover it all. And if you haven't already, hit that bell notification. That way you find out every time we go live and we drop new content, because you never know when I'm going to go live. I'm just going to pop up out of nowhere, okay? Now, if you're looking to work on your credit, we are a full-service credit management company. Link is always going to be in the description. We are the company that created the most advanced do-it-yourself program in the industry. For $50 a month, we will create your custom Metro 2 attack letters, email them to you, you print them, you mail them, and you're done. It's just that simple. We cut out all the nonsense. You don't have to read modules. You don't have to read courses. Now, we cut that all out, okay? So, also, if you're looking for full service, we do have a full service Metro 2 program, and we do have a full service pre-litigation program that is designed to sue, and we also have an identity theft program for people that really have identity theft issues. Now, all of those links, you can always find them in my description. All of my trusted links are always in the description, or drop a comment if you're looking for a specific link. We'll respond to you in the comment section also if we need to. And always remember, last part's the most important. All right, so let's move on to the Platinum Rewards card. All right, this is another forever card, a no annual fee, which is fabulous. You always want to go for these ones if you possibly can, people, okay? Because you're not going to pay for them. You can keep them in your wallet as long as you want. Keep them active. Keep a nice high limit on them. All right, let's go over the list real quick. As you can see, 5x points on gas paid at the pump and EV charging stations. So all my EV vehicle-friendly states out there, people that got those Teslas and all those electric cars, 5x points. You can't beat that. 3x points at supermarkets, including most Target and Walmart locations. This is the weird part. It says including most Target and Walmart locations. I don't know what that means, okay? Restaurants and TV, radio, cable, and streaming services. So you get 3x points on all those basic things, and then 1 point on all the purchases. Now, you'll get 15,000 bonus points when you spend $1,500 in 90 days. And that shouldn't be very difficult, just by putting your regular everyday expenses on your credit card and paying them off in full every month. Now, there's also a 0% introductory balance transfer for 12 months, but there is a 3% fee for each of those balance transfers that you do. So it's going to cost you some money if you want to do a balance transfer. So just pay attention to that. Now, again, no annual fee, and then there's also no foreign transaction fees. So you got to like that, okay? That's pretty much it about this card right here. We won't go into details over here on this stuff over here. So basically, you can calculate how much you spend. So let's just look at the reward calculator, which is pretty dope here, because it can tell you how many points you're going to make every month by spending it on these specific categories. So this is really important. So we should cover it, okay? This is really important because it's going to tell you if these credit cards are a good fit for you, how they're going to stack cash, how they're going to stack points. So you'll know if this is a good fit for you. So use the calculator right there so you can kind of get a gauge of how many points you can possibly make per month, and then it's going to give you the total points that you'll make, you know, when you total up all those categories and then per month. So another cool feature that they do at Penfed. Let's take a look at their other credit cards. They got one more credit card that's left on the list. Let's go all the way to the bottom, which is the Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature Card. So let's take a look at this one. Now, again, this does have an annual fee of $95, which isn't really horrible, okay? But if you're a Penfed Honors Advantage member, remember, if you're an active duty or veteran, you will have the annual fee waived because you will be an Honors Advantage member, okay? So let's go over the list of the items. So you get 50,000 bonus points when you spend 3,000 in the first 90 days. It's a little higher than all the other ones, but it's totally attainable if you budget yourself and do this properly. So then you get 4x points on all travel categories for Penfed Honors Advantage members. So that only applies to the Honors Advantage members. 3x points on all travel categories. 1.5 points on all other purchases. 0% introductory balance transfer APR for 12 months. And of course, it does have the 3% fee. Now, there's also some other fees here and, some other benefits. So you get the 100 annual domestic air ancillary travel statement credit, $100 global entry or TSA pre-check. Now, also know this, usually when you get global entry, TSA pre-check comes with it. So I don't understand why all these sites always say that, but whatever, okay? Complimentary Priority Pass Airport Lounge annual membership. It's pretty awesome. A lot of these credit unions don't offer that, so this is a pretty cool feature. This is kind of like, the best way of describing this credit card is like a platinum card, but with not as many bells and whistles. And it doesn't have the $695 annual fee, okay? So this is a pretty cool card that covers all of the credit cards that we have for Penfed. Now let's go on over to check out some of the other products just to give you an overview. All right, so here's where it's gonna get really good. A lot of people don't talk about their auto loans. Penfed has some of the best auto loans in the industry. Now, if you go through their car buying service, I think it pairs up with, let's click on it. It pairs up with, I think it's TrueCar. I can't remember. Yep, there it is. They pair up with TrueCar, and they can lock you into these interest rates, of course, as long as you meet the criteria with your credit and your relationship with the bank. So 36 months and a 60-month term. You can see right there what the difference is on a new car and a used car. They're trying to push those new cars. So you can go into their system, and exclusive manufacturers offer for Penfed memberships established for a minimum of 60 days. So again, we're going to go back to establishing a relationship with Penfed. You have to understand, you have to establish a relationship first. A lot of people will jump into one of these credit unions and then start pulling trigger and everything. Right here's a prime example. They're telling you need to be with them for at least 60 days before you can qualify for any of this. You can go, really honestly, the entry level is 91 days with any credit union if you have stellar credit and you have already established a good relationship. But you really want to wait 6 to 8 months and establish that relationship completely, because if you don't, you're going to get a hard inquiry. You're not going to get qualified. So make sure that you establish that relationship properly so you can get the awesome benefits of banking with these banks. So just kind of go over on that right there. But this is also something a lot of people don't talk about, is the fact that Penfed Credit Union, you can go all the way up to $100,000 loan. Now, first off, if you don't have a good established relationship, don't try to pull that trigger, okay? You want to establish a relationship with them first before you try to do something like that. But for people that are trying to build, businesses with Turos or car rental services, you can get a $20,000 car and then another $30,000 car, two $20,000 cars, two $25,000 cars, or $35,000 and a $25,000. You can mix it up and get 2 car loans with the same bank, okay? And you can get your business started, because unfortunately, Penfed does not offer business products, but this is another option that you can have. I don't recommend it because you're putting it on your personal, but Some people say, whatever, just go for it because they're trying to get their business started, which is fine. But this is something that you can do. You can get those vehicles through Penfed and get 2 loans because you can do a split loan, multiple cars, different stuff like that within reason. But establish that relationship first. I cannot stress that enough. So here's some of the benefits. We're going to scroll down. Something that a lot of people don't talk about is the benefits that you can get when you purchase with your actual credit union. They do offer the same benefits that you can get at a dealership. So as you can see, gap protection, extended warranty protection, and then debt protection. All 3 of these are very important. Gap protection, if the car's in a wreck and it's totaled out, then guess what? The insurance will only pay for a certain amount, and then who's going to cover that gap? Usually it's going to come out of your pocket, so you want to have that gap protection that can protect you. Extended warranty. Listen, people are going to hate on extended warranty. They're going to say they're pointless, they're stupid. They're not. They've saved me thousands of dollars on my last Jeep that we had, when we had a Nissan, on my Range Rover, all types of different cars that I've owned. The extended warranty is kicked in. On my Jeep, there was like a $6,500 repair that wound up only costing me $150. Extended warranty saved me. Now, debt protection is amazing. Let's click on that real quick because this is something that you don't see very often. So you want to think towards in the future because you just never know. There's so much uncertainty in life. If you lose your job, involuntary unemployment, it's going to cover the rate per $1,000 of monthly loan balance for a single loan. So go over all these details. We're not going to go over it because there's a lot, okay? And we don't want this video to be too long. But this is something that you need to pay attention to when you're going to do a loan because you just never know what can possibly happen, okay? So I just want to go over that. So that is for all of your auto loan needs. So I really want to touch on their HELOCs, a home equity line of credit. For all you homeowners out there that already have a home, you're looking for a home improvement, debt consolidation, pay off some student loans, or large or unexpected purchases for your home. And being a homeowner, you just never know what's going to happen. I need to make a video on being a homeowner because I've had some crazy things happen in the last couple of years to my home that these types of products would come in handy tremendously. So look at the different benefits of a Penfed HELOC. Loans from $25,000 all the way up to $500,000. 10-year draw period and a 20-year repayment period. 10-year draw means you have to draw sometime within those 10 years, which is pretty dope. Interest-only payments during the 10-year draw period. That's very interesting. The ability to switch from a variable to a fixed rate on all or some of your interest payments. I mean, this is pretty crazy. Like, there's not very many banks that will allow you to do this. Again, this is why Penfed is one of those unspoken heroes out there, okay? Now let's take a look at their home equities. We looked at their home equity line of credit, and let's take a look at if you're trying to purchase a home. They have so many different options. You got the power buyer, the VA loan, the conventional fixed, the jumbo loan, adjustable rate mortgage, and the FHA. And then, of course, you're looking to refinancing, VA streamline, the HELOC. There's so many different options that are out here right now. So this is why Penfed goes to the top of the list for me, because it is a one-stop shop for all these things that you're trying to accomplish in life, and the different options they have is really, really vast. It's not like every other credit union out there, and this is why it matters being with a larger credit union, because they're going to have better products to offer you as a member. So this is why Penfed goes on the top of the list for me, as I said earlier. But as usual, first off, thanks for watching the video. And always remember, subscribe to increase your credit score.